A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a stunning turn of events that has ignited a firestorm of political debate, former Honduran President Juan Orlando Hernandez has been released from a U.S. prison after receiving a presidential pardon from Donald Trump. Hernandez, who was convicted of smuggling over 400 tons of cocaine into the United States and sentenced to 45 years in prison, walked out of the U.S. penitentiary, Hazleton in West Virginia on Monday, marking a significant moment in U.S.-Honduran relations and the ongoing battle against drug trafficking. Hernandez's release comes after nearly 4 years of incarceration, during which he appealed his conviction. His wife, Ana Garcia, took to social media to express her gratitude towards Trump, stating, "After almost 4 years of pain, of waiting and difficult challenges, my husband Juan Orlando Hernandez returned to being a free man, thanks to the presidential pardon granted by President Donald Trump." The post included a confirmation of Hernandez's release from the Bureau of Prisons. The timing of the pardon is particularly controversial, coinciding with Trump's ongoing military operations against drug trafficking in the Caribbean and his vocal support for candidates from Hernandez's National Party in Honduras's closely contested presidential elections. Trump justified his decision by claiming that Hernandez had been treated very harshly and unfairly, a statement that has drawn sharp criticism from lawmakers across the political spectrum. Senator Bill Cassidy, a Republican from Louisiana, expressed confusion over the pardon, questioning the rationale behind pardoning a convicted drug trafficker while simultaneously targeting other drug lords. On the other side of the aisle, Senator Tim Kaine, a Democrat from Virginia, condemned the pardon as a disgrace, highlighting the severity of Hernandez's crimes and the message it sends to families affected by drug-related violence. Hernandez's conviction in March 2024 was based on extensive evidence that included testimonies indicating he had run Honduras like a narco state, accepting bribes from drug traffickers and facilitating the flow of cocaine into the United States. The case against him was built on a wealth of information, including intercepted communications that revealed his intentions to flood the U.S. with drugs. Despite the overwhelming evidence against him, Trump has suggested that Hernandez's conviction was part of a broader political conspiracy orchestrated by the Biden administration. Speaking to reporters aboard Air Force One, Trump remarked, "Many of the people of Honduras said it was a Biden setup. They said he was a drug dealer because he was the president of the country. I looked at the facts and I agreed with them." The White House has echoed this sentiment, with Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt labeling the prosecution of Hernandez as a clear Biden over-prosecution, asserting that there were significant issues with the trial that warranted a pardon. This narrative has sparked a heated debate about the integrity of the judicial process and the implications of political influence in legal matters. As Hernandez steps back into the public eye, Honduras finds itself in a precarious political situation. The country is currently embroiled in a tight presidential race, with right-wing candidate Nasri Asfura and centrist Salvador Nasrallah neck and neck in the vote count. Trump has openly supported Asfura, branding Nasrallah as a borderline communist and praising Asfura for his stance against Venezuela's President Nicolas Maduro. Hernandez's release and the accompanying political maneuvering have raised questions about the future of U.S.-Honduran relations and the ongoing fight against drug trafficking in Central America. Critics argue that the pardon undermines efforts to combat narco-trafficking and sends a troubling message about accountability for political leaders involved in criminal enterprises. As the dust settles from this controversial pardon, the implications for both U.S. domestic policy and international relations remain to be seen. Hernandez's supporters celebrate his return to freedom, while opponents lament the potential ramifications of such a high-profile pardon. The political landscape in Honduras is shifting, and the fallout from this decision will undoubtedly reverberate for years to come. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.